Well, that was slightly more challenging than it needed to be. Good morning, my loved ones. Mwah. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Could we please just pray that this is actually going to work? If everybody could go and smash the like button, and if everybody could just take a really deep breath in and send so much love to YouTube and just pop this beautiful infinity between us and our beautiful technology. Oh my goodness, how interesting. Literally, I had to log off and completely, literally just had to log off of everything and start again. So happy Sunday, peeps. I hope we are well. My everything just looks a bit weird this morning. So yeah, I've been offline for a few days actually, guys. I think I did my last live on Thursday, which is a long time for me. Normally I do them daily, as you guys know. So there's a lot that I want to share with you today. And I'm really, really, really keen. I just looked at the screen then and it said 111. How interesting. Yeah, please. Yeah, Light Seeker, please can you remove your comment? Please do not comment anything about dumbs or anything like that. Please be very, very cautious. The V, call it the V or the Maxine. If you want to use words like thank you very much, it's, you know, like stuff to do with the children, call it the children. We know what the children means. It could mean, you know, treacherous things that are happening to them. Please be extremely cautious. I already have a strike on YouTube. They are watching me like hawk, which is why they didn't want me to go live this morning. And also we must know and recognise that actually these censorship times that we are in right now are going to shift. I have been doing a lot of work with my guides over the last couple of days. I've been looking at the energy in such a huge way, and we must recognize that this behavior of people like ranting and, you know, creating anger in people and creating trauma isn't the way that we want to be going. Okay, please recognize. Now, I know there are many amazing people on this planet right now that are doing such incredible work. However, we must be recognizing the vibration that we are putting into. I.e., if we are with somebody and they're angry and they're really giving it some, please know that if you are giving that your energy, you are essentially helping create lower vibrational frequencies. Now, I'm coaching many people at the moment around this subject because there's many people out there doing YouTube videos, doing Instagram videos that are actually creating us to slow down. And I know that's not their intention. Okay, we must be focusing on the collective consciousness. And when I was out running this morning, it was extremely profound, the information that was coming through to me. And I want to share a scenario from my perspective and share a little bit of why I've been a little bit AWOL in the last couple of days. So the energies on the planet are really, really, really profound. Yep, absolutely. And this is the whole point of everything since I've started. You know, I created a brand called Self Love Club many years ago. It's a massively successful global brand now. And, you know, it's always been about love. And there are so many people out there that do not agree with love. It's not that they don't agree with it. They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to be it. They don't know how to feel it. They don't know how to be vulnerable enough and speak to it. And this is it right now. You know, we've got some great people out there doing some awesome videos, but they're coming from a space of anger. They're coming from a space of hurt. It's their emotional, internal, inner child trauma that is coming to the surface. Okay. Yes, you can talk about subjects. Yes, you can raise the consciousness on subjects, and I absolutely encourage you all to do that. But it's about the manner. It's about the manner in which we are speaking right now. And we are holding each other back by doing these like angry videos. You know, we really are. And the people putting them out are actually unwillingly and unknowingly giving energy to a lower vibrational frequency that is holding us back. Now, you as the watcher, you as the consumer, you get to say, hey, hang on a minute. No, this is not, the message might be great, but this isn't the energy that I want to be giving. Because remember, if you give something energy, it's going to catapult further and further. So please, please, please be extremely aware of that. Now, what I have been shown in the last couple of days, there is so much energy on the planet. And if you've watched my energy update for April, what you will recognize is what I said for the first about week, 10 days, there was going to be a lot of what I called April showers. Now, I'm going to be really vulnerable with you, and I might get a little bit emotional today. Over the last couple of days, I have been more emotional than I've ever been, I think, in my life. I have been stepping through some stuff. And it's not literal stuff, but it's energy stuff. I've had to cleanse, and I've had to shed, and I've had to do the things that, no, I'm not actually talking about Claire. I'm not actually talking about her. So please don't make assumptions based on who I'm talking about. I haven't seen anything that anybody has done in the last few days. Like, just so you know, I haven't been on social media, so I don't know what anybody has been doing. But please don't make assumptions based on what I'm talking about. That's you projecting your own stuff. So you obviously think Claire's video came from a space of anger. So feel into that. Is that really the vibration that you want to be giving attention to? You know, like that's your own stuff that's coming up there. Please don't project onto me. And I'm being really firm with people and boundaries at the moment because, and hopefully this gives you guys confidence to do the same, because there is so much energy on the planet that is in attack mode. Why? Because people are creating it. We must remember there are 144,000 starseeds on the planet. Some of them aren't awake, some of them are awake. Our job as starseeds are to absolutely catapult the love around the planet. Now, it's easy for me to go and do an angry video and put out angry content and, you know, really, really shout and stamp my feet and all the rest of it and pull other people down. I'm not going to do that ever, because that's not love. It would get me more followers to do that, absolutely, because people like conflict. People like Dan's just said, oh, Claire's hot when she gets mad, right? So that's interpretation. From my perspective, it's totally the opposite. When I see somebody who can sit in love and truly remain in their conscious, even if they are being attacked, that is the most sexy thing on the planet. Sexy. I don't want to be around people or things or, you know, think about it. It's not just people, it's every angle of life. We have surrendered so much of our own being to basically receive, you know, and I spoke about this on Thursday on an Instagram live, and I know it pissed a lot of people off and I know it triggered a lot. We have relinquished our pride. We have relinquished a lot of our abilities because the government have made it very, very difficult, okay? Very, very, very difficult to be able to stand on our own 2 feet. It's made it very difficult. There are some people out there that literally cannot afford to live at what I believe to be, you know, a normal standard of life, you know, basic shit. Like I said, guys, I haven't watched Claire's video, so please stop bringing Claire into it. This is nothing to do with Claire. I have not watched any videos, so please stop projecting your shit on me, because I'm not having it today. Okay, I'm not having it. I have not watched any videos. I am here to do my job, so please can you all stop projecting your shit, okay? It's very, very interesting how you're all just projecting your shit today. Please stop it. This is what's happening on the planet right now. The reason I talk about these subjects is because we need to increase the consciousness on them. Okay, we must increase the consciousness. Guys, everything you are doing here is you are basically going to a lower vibrational frequency. Everything. Okay, this is so important to grasp. This is so important to grasp, guys. This isn't finger pointing. This isn't division. This is about us pulling our unified consciousness together. Now, as I said at the beginning, I have been offline for a couple of days because I haven't wanted to be around this level of consciousness. It's a personal choice. I don't expect people to get it. I don't expect people to mirror it. However, if I feel I need to go offline, I'm going to honor myself. I'm not going to get dragged into like people projecting their shit. I'm not going to do it, guys. I've said this so many times. Now, as I was saying on Thursday, there is so many people out there that cannot afford to live a basic life, i.e., they do not have a decent standard of accommodation, i.e., a roof over their head, i.e., warmth, i.e., fresh, clean running water, i.e., non-polluted water. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, that's a God-given right to every human being on the planet. Every human being on the planet. It's a God-given right. Now, do you think there are people out there that have that? No. My job on this planet, I'm here for the children. I'm here for humanity. I'm here to increase this consciousness so that we say, hey, hang on a minute. We don't need to come from anger. We don't need to come from hurt, because that's what it is. It's inner child hurt being projected. We don't need to be doing that. What we need to be doing is saying, hey, how can I help my fellow man? Now, my choice, and woman, just to be clear, my choice is to sit here on a Sunday morning and do a YouTube video to talk about this stuff. Because I don't believe that people that physically cannot afford a roof over their head should be selling their soul to the government. The government should be there to protect us. The government should be there to absolutely raise the consciousness so that we know no matter what, we are safe. It does not mean taking away everything that you have got, i.e. the soil in your back garden where you can grow fruits and vegetables. Think about it, guys. We have literally had every single part of our sense and of our independence and of our, divine right as a human being taken away from us because we take handouts. Now, there are people on the planet that are absolutely entitled to handouts, ex-military. I think the military that have fought on the front line for us in lower vibrational frequencies. New Earth is not going to have war. I believe these people that have gone out there and gone, do you know what? I'm here to fight for my country. Even though the fighting part of it is not the consciousness that I choose to live. However, we should be providing everything for these people because they could have died. They've probably lost limbs. They've probably got post-traumatic syndrome, post-traumatic stress disorder. Like there's so many consciousnesses out there that we must recognize. And I love what you've just said there, Flash 685. The government will never help like that. Exactly why it's our job. Exactly why it's our job. And there are so many people out there at the moment that just want to be heard. And it's not about being heard. It's about us coming together as a collective. Because if we love each other, when we remember how to love each other, there will be no child abuse. There will be no paedophiles getting away with fuck all sentences. Because we will not allow that consciousness on the planet. And I know right now, all of you humans out there, and I'm ever so sorry to drop the F-bomb, but I am so pissed. I'm so pissed with our government, okay? How on earth can they say to people that leave the country they're going to get 10 years in prison and 2 years for abusing a child? We must change the way that we think. We do not need to think in these old ways right now. We must recognize that all of our brothers and sisters, whether they're angry, whether they're hurt, whether they're upset, whether they've, whether they're ex-military, whatever, we must come together. The only way, and I've been talking about this so outwardly on my Instagram, the only way we are going to turn this government over is by coming together and unifying. Not dividing anymore, unifying. And Kay has nailed it. Every single person, the reason, I've been out there in the past shouting and screaming and doing all this stuff is a lack of love. The reason people want to go to war and fight for their country is a lack of love. The reason people do treacherous things to each other is a lack of love. Claire, I know that we agree, babe. This is the thing. I know that me and you are so in alignment. We've got different methods of delivery, and that's why it works. But I know that we are so in alignment. We are here for the planet. I'm not here to put anyone down. I am here to raise the consciousness in a way that very few are doing right now. I'm honouring my truth. I'm standing in my absolute sovereignty, even though, like I say, it would be easier for me to stamp my feet and rip people down and shout at people and, say that people aren't good enough or they're doing it the wrong way. It would be so much easier to do that, but they are doing the best they can with the knowledge that they have. We are literally coming together as a consciousness right now. This stuff is passionate. There is so much passion, there is so much hurt, there is so much trauma that all of us have been witness to. And this energy at the moment is doing our heads in. Literally, people are losing their marbles. People do not feel safe because they don't know. And what we have been conditioned over the last thousands of years is that we must know what's coming, which is why we're a bunch of control freaks. And I know I use very, very harsh language with this, but we want to control. We want to know the outcome. So many people say to me, Lucy, there's no way that there isn't going to be a division. There's no way that wealth can be shared. Yes, there is. There is a way that wealth can be shared. There is a way that absolutely every single person on the planet can have abundance. But whilst you think, no, that's not possible, it's never going to be possible for you. We must come from love. And guys, I just, because I know Dan mentioned Claire a couple of times and I know Claire's on here. Claire and I are tight, okay? We are tight. We know exactly where we are going with this mission. We are absolutely critical part of this path that we're walking together. So please be aware. If you feel that there is a division, you have that within you. I don't have that within me. Claire knows I've got her back through whatever. I've had conversations with Claire, and I'm sure she won't mind me saying, where she's gone on a rant and said stuff, and I'm like, hey, babe, we need to rein that in a little bit. But we have these conversations behind closed doors. I don't come on here to berate people. So if you feel anything of this is to do with any one particular person, guys, go and look at the message that you have taken from them. I don't do this shaming shit on public sites. No way. That's just not me. It never will be me. I have private conversations with people. And I will be honest with you guys, if it's bringing stuff up in you and it's triggering stuff in you, say thank you and do the work. Look at it. Why is it bringing this up for you? What is it that is being created within you that makes you feel like that? We must love each other. And I know this is hard. There are some people out there because they've done treacherous things. Now, this is going to trigger some of you right now. I truly believe that nobody is born evil. I truly believe that in my soul. I feel that people are learning, it's a taught behavior, how to be nasty, how to put people down, how to hurt people. And we learn it because of our hurts. We learn it because, you're vulnerable with somebody and they push you away. So all of a sudden you become tough in love. You may hurt another human being because maybe you were hurt. And we are in this loop. We are in this cycle. Now, somebody like me is here to break that cycle. I'm not here to hold you in it. I'm here to literally rip it the heck out of you. Now, it's not nice going through that process. It's not nice going through that process. But that is 26,000 years of living in darkness, and that's what that's done to us. So do I believe that sentences for people that have hurt children should be longer? Yes, I do. But right now, do I believe that the system is in place to do that? No, I don't. So rather than me go out there and name and shame and pick and bully and all the rest of it, what I'm doing is I'm saying, hey, I've got a hand grenade and I'm going to blow these fucking systems up. I'm going to blow these systems up so much that they have no alternative but to be rebuilt. And again, I apologize for the language that I'm using. I'm feeling extremely passionate. I'm not here to mess about with you. I'm not here to promise you stuff I can't deliver. I'm not here to say to you, I'm going to do things that haven't. I'm here to show you that no matter what, you can be a better person. Trust me, as all of us on here have been hurt. All of us have been through addiction, or we've been, exposed to addiction. All of us on here have been through child trauma, whether that be because our parents didn't love us, or they left us, or they abandoned us, or we got put up for adoption, or they died. Some of my clients have been so traumatized by another human that they've had to have over 80 operations on their digestive system to get their body back working from at the hands of like pedophilia and child abuse. I get it. I get every single piece of it. I literally get every single piece of it. And don't you think I want to say to my clients at times, heck yes, let's go and shoot them. Don't you think sometimes I feel their pain so much that I really want to react in the way that I've been taught my whole life? But my job on this planet, and this is why I've had to take a couple of days away from social media, my job on this planet is to remind every single one of you that no matter what has happened to you, it's a gift. You were chosen. And now we educate the masses on how we do the healing work. Think about it. If you'd had to have 80 operations because of somebody in your family abusing you, how on earth can you look at that as a gift? How? You can't just do that because Lucy tells you. You can't just say, oh yeah, I'm just going to forget about it, because it's not about forgetting it. It's about feeling it. It's about allowing every single cell in your body to break and to feel that pain in the knowing that only love can heal it. We have the power in us to love people that have done the worst things to us. We are here as literal bundles of love. We are breaking this matrix. We are literally breaking this matrix. Guys, I have had no clue over the last 5 years why I've created programs to help adults, why I've created programs to help children. I was just like, I'm just doing this intuitively because, do you know what? I think that we've got it in us to do this. I never recognized that it would be the new educational system. I never realized that when I was doing it. Literally, I've just gone, how can I make this world a better place? I'm one piece of this puzzle. It takes every single one of us. Just because I'm out there on socials and I do videos and I do seminars and stuff doesn't mean I'm any more important than Keith, than Vicky, than Claire, than Chrissy, than Veronica, than Roxana, than any of you guys on here. We must recognize the only way we're going to educate our loved ones to uprise and to heal and to forgive It's by us showing them. We must come together, guys. We have so much manipulation on the planet right now. We've got the manipulation of the media. We're being driven. We are literally being psychologically abused right now. Psychologically abused. We have people that are literally out there going, yes, I've had the V. Yes, I'm so brave. I'm so good for humanity. And guys, they really believe it. Then there are the other side of the fence, and I'm going to put myself on that fence. I'm not anti anything, by the way. I'm pro-choice, just to be really clear, because I often have people ask me that question. I'm pro-choice. I'm pro-informed choice. If you have looked at everything and you've made a decision for your body that you are going to do that, please go do it. However, this morning, some of you would have seen on my Instagram channel, I've literally put a post on there that says, I'm not getting that thing because I don't really want it and I don't necessarily believe in it. And already I've had one person pipe up and say, well, I'm on my second one. Why? I don't jump on pictures of people that are like showing their certificates and their, whatever, saying, well, I wouldn't do that. So why do people feel that they need to do that? Am I not allowed to speak my truth? Like, I see this stuff, I leave them to it. And this is the heightened level of consciousness I'm talking about. I don't look at them and go, oh, I'm going to judge you because you've done it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to pray for you. I am going to pray for you and your family that you get through this, because that's a cocktail that somebody like me could not have in their body. My body is so clean, guys. My body is literally so clean. I have a chocolate bar once in a blue moon. Like literally once in a blue moon. I am so clean. So clean. I fear if I put that cocktail in me, I could die. And I'm not here to do that. There are so many stories coming out around people dying. Now, like I say, you do you. I always say it, you do you, boo. You do you, whatever works for you. But please do not judge me for speaking my truth and standing in my divine sovereignty, what I believe to be my sovereignty. All of us have God in us. All of us. All of us do. So if you feel that for you, that V is the right thing to do, please go do it. Please do whatever you need to do. However, if you do not feel that it's the right thing to do for you, please do not be bullied into it. Please do not feel coerced. You can wait until, I think the trials finish in 2023. Is that correct? Somebody, I don't know if you guys can validate that. I believe the trials are in 2023. Wait till then. Guys, it's only 2 years. Think about it. We're in April 2021. It's not even 2 years till we're in 2023. So what's the rush? What is the rush? Thank you, Claire. Thanks for that. Hey, the Philippines. How are you? I hope you're well. We must recognize we are so impatient. And again, this is lower vibrational frequency. I think I've just spat on myself. Literally, we've got less than 2 years to do this. So what's the rush? I've heard so many people say, yeah, but I want to get back and travel. How's that worked for you? Surrender to this consciousness, surrender to love. Yeah, I know, right? I'm spitting on my own chin. It's disgusting. Getting so passionate. I'm just like, what is the rush? What is the rush? Guys, I hate to break it to you, but we are going to be doing this cleansing till 2024. 2024. I'm sorry. I know by the end of this year, we will be in a much better position. Thank you. We're going to be in a much better position by the end of this year. We literally are. However, until that point, like, let's just not rush it. We've been rushing it all the way along. We have forgotten that our physical body is literally here to last a lot longer than we have been ever, given the opportunity to recognize. Our physical vessel should last 100, 200, 300, 400 years, not 70. The reason it's about 70 years, like 70 to 90 years, you're absolutely bang on, Claire. I am here literally for humanity. The old, my age group, the young, everyone. I'm here for humanity. I feel, and literally on Friday I got attuned. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I literally feel everything in my body, guys. Which is why sometimes I have to go AWOL. Literally, I feel everything. I feel when there's new energy in a house. I literally, go for a run and I feel, you guys have seen it with your own eyes. I feel when a swan is hurt, and what do? I go find it and I get it picked up and I get it dealt with. That's me. I am that linked to Mother Nature, to humanity, to all of you guys. Why do you think the meditations that I do are so freaking off the wall powerful? Why do you think that? Because I can literally get in your cells. I feel everything that is going on. We could live a lot longer if we took back our sovereignty. If we recognized even the water in our tap is polluted. Like, why on earth, if you think about it, why on earth would the government want to pollute water, which is a God-given right to every person? And again, I truly, truly believe that every single person, no matter what freaking postcode they were born in, they deserve clean water. Now, you guys know that there are parts of Africa, there are parts of India, there are parts of many places around the world that do not even have water. That literally rips my heart out. Now, I know many millionaires. I know a few billionaires as well. I've lived an amazing life and I have crossed paths and I've met incredible people, right? Of all different walks of life. Some millionaires, some billionaires. I also will sit on the ground and speak to homeless people. Literally. My truth is everybody deserves clothes on their back. My truth is every single person deserves clean water without having to pay for it. My truth is everybody deserves a roof over their head and warmth. My truth is every single person on the planet deserves fruits and vegetables. Not this shit that we feed the underprivileged. Oh, we'll give them a tin of beans. Oh, that's nice. 11 teaspoons of sugar. Brilliant. That's going to help with the criminal rates. That's going to help with, people getting wired. That's going to really help with addiction. People need fruits and vegetables. And I'm not talking genetically modified fruits and vegetables or fruits and vegetables from soils that have been turned over too quickly. No, I'm talking about the absolute fruits and vegetables that they class organic. They call them organic. No, that's what we deserve. Why should it just be the people that have got plenty of money that can go and buy organic? Why? I love the intention behind these food bins at Christmas when they're like getting food for the homeless and stuff. But why do these supermarkets and big chains and whatever not give fruits and vegetables? Like, what's with that? Why do we ask for frozen bits or tins of bits? Why can't we get fruits and vegetables and educate the masses how to feed themselves properly? Yeah, Claire, absolutely. And Claire's made a really valuable point. Water won't be charged in the future, but none of this will be charged in the future. I do not buy into, and you guys know, one of my passion projects, I don't even speak about this outwardly much anymore, but one of my passion projects is feeding the underprivileged families fruits and vegetables. You guys know my whole existence has changed because of fruits and vegetables. Hello, New Zealand. Lots of love to you, babe. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I literally am one of the biggest advocates of fruits and vegetables on the planet, because my whole life has changed because of fruits and vegetables. Now, I believe that every single person deserves that in their life. I believe that every single person should be entitled to get fruits and vegetables with seeds in. Not genetically modified, seedless grapes. I mean, why people buy seedless grapes? How can you grow grapes without seeds unless it's from a laboratory? How? How do you do that? All fruits and vegetables have seeds. Otherwise, how do they grow? Think about it. We must raise the consciousness on this. We must raise the consciousness. You guys know at Self Love Club for Kids, we help them grow fruits and vegetables. We help them recognise. Yeah, I've got seeded grapes in Sainsbury's, actually. The only place that I can get my red seeded grapes is from Sainsbury's. Literally, you have to hunt for them because they don't have them, but you can get them. I literally cannot say to you guys, we must relinquish this desire for money, and we must relinquish this desire to, have the bigger home or whatever, the new car or whatever. We must help heal humanity in its entirety, because without the parents, the kids are screwed. Without the grandparents, the kids would never be here. We must consider everybody. We must consider everybody. I can't say it enough. So I am here for the children. I am here for Little Beams. I am here to absolutely catapult this consciousness on this planet. But the only way that we are going to be able to change the children's lives is by changing the mums and the dads' lives, and the sisters and the brothers, and then the grandparents and the great-grandparents. Because we have had so much trauma in our grandparents' era and our grandparents' era. There's so much trauma there that they can't see the wood through the trees. They can't see that this, shift in consciousness is actually going to bring abundance to everybody, because nobody can comprehend that there is enough money on the planet for every single person to have about $1 million each, if not more. Nobody can comprehend that. It takes a lot to be able to shift this. It's great that you can, Matt. It's absolutely great that you can. We must come together. That all of us have different strengths. All of us have different strengths. That is why it is so important. That's why Claire and I work together well. She goes and kicks ass. Like, literally, she'll go and kick anybody's ass, and I can remain in my sovereignty. I can remain in my truth. I can remain, grounded. This is why it works. It takes all sorts. Just going back to the beginning of this, recognize the consciousness that you are feeding. We have to get this. We are holding ourselves back by not getting this. How do you feel? How do you feel? Like, think about it. How do you feel when you think about you're never going to have to worry about money again? How do you feel knowing that you're going to have to eat less food because it's not going to have all of these nasties in it that make us want to eat more? That's what happens. Even in fruits and vegetables, the way that they genetically modify it, That's what they do. They make us, even though we're eating lots and lots and lots, they make us want to eat more. How are you going to feel when you know without any question that you can heal yourself? How are you going to feel when you know that anybody that you know that's ever had any stresses or, serious issues with their physical, like I was talking about the lady earlier and all the operations, how would you feel knowing that these people can actually heal? Because that's what's coming. That is what is coming. We must recognize that is what is coming. And every time we react with anger and crush, like, let's be honest, anger is so easy. We all know how to do it. We all know how to get our point across with being anger. We don't have the ability and the knowledge how to come across in love. So what we need to do is relearn, remember, remind ourselves that love is the only answer. We're doing this. If you are impatient right now and you're like, I just want this done, smash the like button for me. Because I want to be honest with you, I'm impatient too. I'm a coach to thousands of people around the world, and I am impatient too. So I want to let you guys know, I get it. You're normal. I am so freaking impatient. I really want to stamp my feet and say, be done already. I want to go in the streets of London and round people up and be like, come on, what are you playing at? But how is that going to serve? What that's basically going to do is it's going to basically say to people that I am in that frequency. So when that comes up for me, I have to say, okay, where is this coming from? Where am I not feeling heard? Where am I not feeling loved? Where am I not? Because that's where it comes from, guys. It comes from my inner child healing. It does. Claire knows firsthand. Any of my girls, I know Michelle's on here now, any of my Little Beams team that I'm working with, you guys know I want this done. I want the healing centres in place. I want to make sure, like literally, even by the language I'm using, you can hear it. I want. You can hear it. Guys, it's there. However, I surrendered to my truth. And I know that this old vibrational frequency is not going to get us where we need to go. So hence why I say, be aware of the consciousness. Be aware of the consciousness. Because with all the best will in the world, with all the best intentions, if we're not coming from a space of love, it's not going to happen at the speed that we would like it to. You have to believe in yourselves that it's done. You have to believe that you are worthy. You have to believe that there is joy in everything. I promise you, this is happening. I promise you, people like myself and Claire and Michelle and other people, I promise you we're going to do this. I promise you. I promise you, you're going to help us do it too. Don't let these energies win. Just put the boundaries in place. Sage your space. Like you would have seen if you've gone on my Instagram stories, I've been saging like a mad thing this morning because I feel there is darkness. So I'm saging, I'm like, cleansing all of my crystals. I'm looking after myself. I'm a total self-love. Total self-love. If you need to get offline for a couple of days, get offline for a couple of days. If you need to go for a 10K run, go for a 10K run. If you need to go, like literally scream in the middle of the forest, go scream in the middle of the forest. You do whatever you have to do. Please recognize you know you. I don't know you. Like I can channel what would work for you, but how's that going to serve you? You absolutely must Recognize that you know best than anybody. Yeah, drop me a message on Instagram, babe. Message me on Instagram, or message one of my admins, and they'll get back, and they'll make sure that I look out for you, honey. Okay, I don't think you can message me on YouTube, but yeah, absolutely, drop me a message, darling, or drop me a message to support@lucydavis.com. My assistant will pick it up, and then I can obviously get that. All right, darling. Guys, there are so many entities on this planet right now that aren't pleasant. There is so much energy hitting the planet right now that isn't pleasant. Okay, thanks, Melissa. Please recognize. Please recognize. We've got to do this. There is no way out. And the sad thing about it is the number of suicide at the moment, it is so tragic. It's so tragic. People literally do not see a way out of this, so they're taking their own lives. That's tragic. Please don't ever be that person. It gets tough. Yesterday, let me just explain, actually. I was attuned on Friday. So a lot of people will know what that means. But for those of you, bye, darling. Love you, Claire. I'll chat to you later, darling. I'll give you a shout later on today. I was attuned on Friday, and for a lot of people that don't understand, you get attuned for Reiki. You basically have your energy brought into alignment. You basically have it cleansed. You have it opened up. You have new things put in, and all sorts of things like that. And it's a pretty intense process. And it can bring up a lot of stuff for you. It can release a lot of emotion. And I was attuned on Friday, and literally since then, I have not wanted to be on social media. Now, you guys know I'm at this point in my career where I won't let you guys down on a Sunday. No way. I will be here on a Sunday no matter what. But I'm present every single day on my Instagram. So it doesn't matter if I miss a couple of days from my perspective, if it's for my safety and my protection. So yesterday, I want to be really honest with you. I went looking at houses. I'm actually, I'm doing a lot of work with properties at the moment. So, I'm really, really quite busy. But yesterday, when I got back from looking at the properties and doing all of my things, I literally had to cry. Thanks for that, Keith. Much appreciated for that. I literally had to cry. And I just needed to sob. I literally needed to sob. And it was because I am feeling humanity's desperation. Like I say, I am such a sensitive soul anyway. Yeah, absolutely, Evelyn. You're right. It absolutely does. And I have this feeling in my solar plexus, like I am literally connected to every living thing on the planet. And people mess about with energy. People mess about with energy. And I'm just like, you can't do that. You can't do that. I'm one of the people that are actually, I don't think that Reiki 1 and 2 should be done together. Now, I know that's going to piss some people off. I don't think it should. I really feel it's important to make sure that you ground in everything that you are doing. Now, I know I am completely open. I was completely open anyway. And I've had, such a huge shift over the weekend. And I needed to cry yesterday. I needed to cry because I feel the pain of humanity. And I'm not talking about the V, by the way, when I talk about this. I feel the pain of humanity that literally don't see a way out. Yeah, I agree, Evelyn. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing with me on that. Yeah, and thank you, guys. Thank you. I know people that do it 1 and 2 together, and it's just too much. It's just too much. From my perspective, and this is only ever my perspective, guys. I'm not slating people or putting them down. You do whatever works for you, but this isn't an impatience thing. So yesterday evening, literally, I'm sat there sobbing my heart out. I'm literally sobbing my heart out. I have to release all of this stuff because I'm feeling not only the trauma of the humans. Okay, so I'm witnessing humans being dulled down because of this concoction that they're putting in them, right? So I'm sending them love and I'm doing all of that work. However, oh, Vicky, that's really interesting. I feel that there is such a huge shift. I feel a lot lighter today. Like I don't feel like I'm going to cry. I thought when I was going to do this, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to cry today because I feel very, very vulnerable. I feel massively in my divine feminine and extremely, extremely vulnerable at the moment, which is why when people are awesome, yeah, so you definitely get it, Evelyn. When people will like kind of push their stuff on me, more often than not, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. But sometimes it's good for me to show people how to deal with that. You know, and this is one of those things. Yesterday I was crying because of the trauma of the suicides, the trauma of people losing their what I'm seeing, let me explain to you, because I see auras, guys. I see a lot. You know, literally, I went for a walk last night after I'd had my emotion release. You know, and if you have an emotional release, guys, allow it. It doesn't mean that you're having a breakdown or any of that. You're having a release. Like literally, you're having a release. I went for a walk, and everywhere I went, spirit was walking with me. Like that's the kind of thing that I see. I see people's auras, and I'm witnessing so many people's auras that are just so jagged. Like it's almost like someone's gone with a knife and sliced them up. Now, I don't know if this is because of the V. I don't know if this is because of fear. However, I'm feeling that pain. And, you know, my other extremely sensitive empaths and energy workers will, thank you, June, I will take a look at that. Thank you. You know, we are seeing stuff and it's really upsetting. Not because it's about me, but I feel it's just extremely, extremely sad that people feel that they need to do things that, you know, perhaps aren't in alignment. Oh my gosh, Jay, I promise you. So Jay's just put in the chat, I'd love to see what you see one day, Lucy. A good example, today I took a photo when I was down by the lake, and it was really interesting. It was almost like the sun had two suns. Like it's almost like the sun and its aura kind of thing. Go and have a look at that and imagine that on every single thing that you see. That's what my vision is like on a day-to-day basis. I can normalize it and I can bring myself in so that I just see like me, or I just see the outline of a human. But more often than not, I see the thing with its aura around it, and then I see spirit everywhere. Literally, I see spirit everywhere. I feel spirit everywhere. I hear spirit. And my hearing of spirit is not my biggest gift. The biggest gift that I believe I have is this this ability to channel. So it's almost like a floodgate opens through my crown chakra, and I just get all of this information. I have an inner knowing as well, like a massive inner knowing. And my gifts that I kind of tap in and out, because sometimes they're a bit scary. For anyone that sees spirit, you'll know sometimes you get freaked out. I've been driving in my car before, looked to the left because something caught my eye, and there's a spirit sat next to me, and I've literally jumped out of my skin. Like, so obviously what happens then is you kind of close it down for a little bit. So, you know, it's extremely interesting what is taking place on the planet at the moment. And Jay, in answer to your question, you will get it, babe. You will get it. Like, we all get it. They haven't just selected me. I am merely one of the people that they have asked to normalize it through my communication. Okay, it doesn't mean I'm better, quite the contrary. It means I'm engaging you guys to remind you so that you can absolutely bring your gifts online. That's my job here on this planet. So guys, again, I just want to go back a little bit and just remind you, if you are feeling sensitive, first and foremost, if you're feeling teary, allow the flow. Let me explain what I did yesterday. I literally sobbed and sobbed and sobbed and sobbed yesterday. like really, really sobbed for a long time. And when I got myself together and I went for a walk, I came back and I still sobbed. Do you get what I mean? So like allow the flow because it's cleansing. So don't like try and stop it. Don't like shy away from it. If you're around people, just be like, do you know what? I don't know what's going on with me right now, but I know that I need this to flow out of my cells. I know that I need to give myself permission to allow this flow because you will feel better post-release. So the best way, from my perspective, I'm going to give you some tips as to how I've been able to ground back into my body. So first and foremost, if you have sage your house. Literally sage your whole house. Okay, get it, open the windows, allow it, and as you're saging, just say, please remove all of the energies. Please remove all of the energies that no longer serve me or whatever. Like you'll intuitively know. Okay, for me personally, normally I use Palo Santo, but I'm not in my own house at the moment. You guys know that I've had to move again this week. So I've used sage to literally blitz all of the energy out. What I will do later today is I will use sweetgrass to just make sure it's just before 11 a.m. here in the morning. I will use sweetgrass later to just allow some positivity and to just bring in some really neutralness into the house. Okay, salt baths are another gift to us. Get magnesium flakes or Himalayan salt or something like that. What that will do, it will essentially ground into your body. First and foremost, getting into a bath is just really, really good for you because you feel like you're going back to nature. But the additional salt will help you ground into your physical vessel. Okay, salt baths are really, really, really important. Get out of your house and ground. Literally get out of your house and ground. There's a reason I go for a 10k run every single morning, and it's not because I'm worried about putting on weight. No, I get out into nature. You guys see me. I literally immerse in nature. On top of that, if it's warm enough where you are, kick your shoes off, go and ground, pick up some leaves or whatever. Literally pick up some leaves, touch the trees, hug the trees, do whatever it is that you need to do. All of this now is extremely, extremely grounding. It will help you come back into your body. What we're finding at the moment, as we're flitting between these consciousnesses, so I'm going to use the terms that will be known to you. So 3D consciousness is where we are right now. That's what they call the third dimension. Fourth dimension is where we've got all of the, the kind of the elite, those kind of people. And fifth dimension is where we really want to get to. Okay, so we're flitting between these consciousnesses at the moment. Literally, we're flitting between them. So when we are in I actually feel yesterday I was in fifth dimension consciousness, and I literally was releasing on behalf of humanity. That's what I feel. I wasn't in a low vibrational frequency like, oh my God, poor me or victim or anything like that. I was in a higher consciousness, and it was literally like everything was flowing through me, and I felt so much hurt, and I just needed to release it on behalf of the collective. Okay, right. Great question. How do we sage? Literally buy a bundle of sage. Mine is just over there. Let me grab it. Let me show you. I've got one that I haven't yet burnt, so let me grab it. Okay, so really great question. Thank you for asking that. So this is the one that I was burning this morning. It was a massive sage stick. You can see I've been busy. Oh, that's just gone in my lemon. Not cool. Obviously, I need to be saged. And this is a sage stick that has been sent over to me from South America. Okay, so whatever, go online and you can buy it. If none of the shops are open, crystal shops will sell sage, but that's what I would do. I would buy a bundle like this. Literally, they're not expensive at all. You can buy really, really big ones. So if you have a lot of negative energy around you at the moment, get a massive one. And literally all you need to do, exactly as I've done with this one, light it, let it burn. And literally you go around all of the corners of the rooms. You open the windows first because it's very, very potent. Sage is very, very potent. I don't use it that often because it's such a potent smell. Literally open all of the windows, right energies. It's time to leave. It's time for us to, dispel anything that's in here. It's time to bring in the new. So you literally burn it, go around every single corner of your house, go around every room, make sure that you're putting certain, having certain words, having certain conversations, whatever it is that you need to do that intuitively. You'll know. Do it every single room. Every single room. If you've got kids, do it in their rooms. Literally go and do it all. All right. The other really beautiful thing that I do is in the corners of my house, I have black tourmaline crystals. So in each corner of my house, I make sure that I have that in place. I also do it in my bedroom. It's something else. It's just a layer of protection. And the other thing that I want to share with you guys is do envisage yourself in a bubble. If you feel that you are around some negative energy, or if you feel that somebody is much lower vibrational frequency around you, literally envisage yourself in one of those healing bubbles that I put you in for our meditation. Literally, that's all you need to do is close your eyes, envisage that you're in a bubble and you're good enough. Okay? Amazing. Yeah, do whatever you need to do. It's really important. It's really important that we do this stuff. It's really important that we take time out, and not enough people on the planet are doing it. More people are, I want to be honest with you. There's a lot of people there. There's a lot of consciousness that are coming up. You know, there really is. However, we must make sure that we are doing this. This should be daily practice. I also do my aura, guys. I always use Palo Santo for my aura. But you know, it's really beautiful. You just literally waft it around you. Palo Santo smells so cool. Hey, California, how are you? Good to see you on. So, you know, you can tap into any of this. Remember, the thing that is the most important thing from today's YouTube live, and I haven't covered some of the stuff that I wanted to cover, but, you know, it is what it is, and everything that comes through needs to come through. Please, please, please remember that this is about love. Remember where you are literally putting your efforts and your energy. That is what's going to come back more. Remember that. I'm also going to say something as well. Do remember the energy exchange involved in having sex. Do remember that. Do remember. Michelle, post the link on here if you want. Honestly, whatever. Literally, I don't mind. People can do whatever. I don't know if YouTube might have a problem with it, but I'm okay with it. So if you want to do that, I'm absolutely fine with that. All right. Do remember energy exchange, guys. We must make sure that we are very aware of everything. So me doing this with you guys now, this is an energy exchange. I'm taking on your energy and you're taking on mine. Okay? It's really important that we recognize that. Let's normalize this. Let's share. That's all I'm doing here. I just share. I just remind you everything that you've got inside of you. Okay? Oh my gosh. Guys. I love you all very, very, very much. I love you all very, very much. Remember, we've got this. Okay? Remember, if you feel that somebody is putting you down or you're whatever, remember that that's coming from you. It's not coming from the person that's doing it. It's your perception. Okay? Love is all we've got. Love is literally all we have got. Okay? Know that I love you. Know that we are connected. Know that we are constantly in alignment with each other. Okay? Keith, Veronica, thank you so much for moderating as always. Guys, thank you so much for contributing. Don't forget to hit the like button. Remember to hit subscribe so that you do get notified. And I actually think I'm going to do an extra YouTube live this week. I'm going to check my diary. Hey, let's check my diary live on a YouTube live. I'm actually doing a podcast interview on a Tuesday. I was going to do it Tuesday, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do a YouTube live on Wednesday. I'm going to do a YouTube live on Wednesday. I'm going to do it in the day. I'm going to do a YouTube live on Wednesday. I feel like, I don't know why, I just feel like I need to do one on Wednesday. I don't know what's happening on the 14th of April, but something is quite clearly. So I'm going to do one. I might do it in the morning again. Yeah, I think I might do that in the morning again. Okay, I'll confirm, and what I'll do is I'll put a flyer in place. So make sure you hit subscribe so that you get notified the exact timing, okay? I love you guys to the moon and stars. I will see you all on Wednesday. Wherever you are around the world, I honour and I respect each and every one of you. Lots of love, guys. Take care.